It's hard being in the city. My wife and I, my lovely wife, please give her a hand because she's patient as hell. My lovely wife and I just moved into the city a little bit less than a year ago, and I have to tell you, it's our first apartment in the city, and you learn a lot of things living with someone else. There's a lot of advantages that you really didn't see going into it that sort of present themselves. I mean, you know, I knew about having someone to talk to, the constant companionship, and the 50% savings on all the bills. But there's little rewards to being married that you just don't realize. Like, for example, I never have to go to the grocery store by myself. And it doesn't sound like it's really all that big of a deal, but hear me out on this. See, when you go to the grocery store, let's say you get all the way down to the end of your shopping list, and you're in the dairy section, right, and you got your cart full of groceries in front of you, and you realize, ah, shit, I didn't get Advil back in aisle 2. Well, you would have to take your cart, and you would have to walk all the way back to aisle 2 just for your Advil. Well, me, I got an advantage over all that. See, I can leave my wife with the cart while I go back to aisle 2, and she guards the cart for me. Because guarding the cart is really, really important. This was something that my mother taught me at a very young age. Guarding the cart is vital because you never know. Like, sir, if you were to go back to aisle 2 and leave your cart behind, you never know that someone would walk into someone just walks into the grocery store and they've got their grocery list out in front of them and they're checking things out and Charmin, bologna, pickles. Wait a minute. Shit, I just saved myself an hour and a half. You know, I don't think that's ever happened. I don't think that's ever happened to anyone. I think we're probably safe leaving our carts in the store aisle at the grocery store. And anyway, so this has been a really unique experience for me because this is actually my first time doing stand-up on stage. I've been doing it for about a week at home. And the hardest thing about getting ready to do a stand-up act is the rehearsing. Because I've been doing theater pretty much on and off my whole life, and when you're in theater, when you rehearse with a company. You have a director. There's someone there to sound off of. I mean, you're doing a script. But when you really stop and think about it, doing stand-up, like without all of you people here, I'm just a schmuck talking to myself. And really, that's pretty much what rehearsing has been for me, just standing in a room talking to myself, which has been simply wonderful for my self-esteem. And speaking of self-esteem, just this past weekend, and this is a true story, I went to my grade school reunion. It's grade school, yeah, grade school reunion sounds kind of weird because usually people go to their high school or college reunion. But the grade school reunion, what happened is it was our school's 50th anniversary, so they had an all-school reunion. So, classes from 1965 all the way up to today got together. And I was really excited going into it because I was hoping to see a lot of these people because you spend so much time with them when you're younger. But what happened is you get to this reunion all excited to talk to people. And I guarantee you, if any of you go to any of your reunions or have been to any of your reunions, the first hour of conversation before the bar gets going is all exactly the same. It's mostly, hey, how's it going? What have you been up to? This is really weird, isn't it? Have you seen anybody else? And literally that was my entire night because for my class it was an all-school reunion. A total of 4 people, counting myself, showed up, which was kind of disappointing to me until I realized when I looked down at them, I was taller than every one of those motherfuckers. Thanks, that's my time. I'm Sean Curran. See you later, guys.